What's up, guys? Phoenix here. This was a great day for me because I finally hit 10,000 subs, and that's been a goal that I've had in mind for quite some time. Even though it may not sound like too extraneous of a goal, for me it's always had a special sort of little ring to it. It's like you're finally into like the 5-digit range, and I've definitely been working like really hard at that for the past, Jesus, like 8 months since I came back to doing daily videos last July. Like, this has easily been the most active I've ever been on my channel in the history of me having it. It's definitely been a long road, especially if we count the fact that I started this channel in like December 2010, and I just had sporadic video uploads, and I somehow clawed my way to 4,000 subs off of those. I have no idea how I even got that far, but then went completely inactive for, Jesus, like a year, and then finally came back and started doing things the way that I actually wanted to do them from the beginning, and everything just kind of fell into place from there. Now, I said that this was a great day for me, and I do mean that it's great. I'm very happy about the fact that I have finally reached 10,000 subs, and that I finally reached that landmark, that self-imposed plateau in my mind, but I can't even really be happy about it. Unfortunately, this is basically just going to be like, I don't know, it's going to be the first update video that I've done since I was at 6,600 subs, which, strangely enough, I don't know why I made that video at 2/3 of the way to this goal, but even then, that seems like an eternity ago in terms of how much I've grown as a channel and content creator since then. But, like, I can't even be happy about today, like, because it's terrible. Life sucks. Life is terrible. I've already been having an incredibly busy and hectic weekend for multiple different reasons, but I finally reached this goal, alright? I reached this goal, and the goal was reached. The 10,000 sub mark was reached while I was at work tonight. It was reached while I was at work. I got off work, and I was literally like at 10,002. Right now I'm at like 10,005 because I'm literally filming this as soon as I got home. But on my way home, I talked to one of my friends, and I was trying to plan, you know, a trip, just like a day trip out of town on Wednesday, and I end up finding out that one of my very good friends, he was an older gentleman, but he was still a very good friend nonetheless, passed away last night. And they found out about it this morning, and I found out about it as I got home. Now, he was much older than me, but that doesn't matter. That doesn't really matter. A friend is a friend, no matter where he is, and he was one of my model railroading buddies. I worked with him when I worked at the hobby shop that I used to work at for years. I worked with him for 2 years. He watched me grow up because he'd worked there forever. After he was very well off. He worked for the IRS for the majority of his life, and he retired incredibly early. He retired like in his late 40s, I believe. And at that point, like, he just went and he started working at this hobby shop because it was his interest. He liked model trains and stuff like that. And so at that was how I was introduced to him, because I've been going to that shop since I was literally like 2 years old. He's watched me grow up, and he was one of my very good friends. We would always just talk and chat about different things, different avenues in life. I loved listening to the stories that he had to tell about all the different things that he did when he was my age. Like, just looking at a different walk through life, you know, it's terrible. He meant a lot to me, and I find out that he's passed away because he had a stroke about 2 weeks ago, and he was recovering from that, and then he had a sudden heart attack last night, and it was fatal. And it just makes me so upset because I never got to say goodbye to him. I never got to hear his last story. I never got to hear anything about... I never got to hear the full, like, life story of this man. And it was definitely something that I wanted to hear. I didn't anticipate having to say goodbye to him. I mean, you hear everyone say this all the time of, I never got to say goodbye. And to that note, like, I've been able to say goodbye to certain family members before because we knew they were passing. Like, you never want to actually have to say goodbye, but the fact that that person is just gone and you have no closure. Just, it sucks. So this is a very bittersweet moment for me. I should be happy because of the goal that I've reached and the things that I've been doing, and I am. But at the same time, someone who is very influential in my life and very, very much a part of it, me being shaped into the person that I am today in terms of interacting with him throughout my childhood years, my preteen years, my teenage years, my young adult years, the time when I worked with him and the time that I was just friends with him, hearing his stories, everything molded itself into part of my being. And the fact that this person has just been yanked out of my life and removed from it is just, it's just a little bit too much to process. I don't mean for this video to be incredibly downer, as it is, but I'm going to try and just deal with this on my own time. It shouldn't be affecting any videos. I'm basically going to be trying to get back on more of a schedule. I have ideas for what I want to do in the future, but I don't know if they're going to come back into pass. I kind of just want to go back to my roots a little bit. If anything, this has been an eye-opening experience for me. Kind of. I don't want to sound like I'm using the death of this man that I cared about a lot to, like, reevaluate, like, everything I'm doing, but, like, you can't help but not. Like, death is one of those things that just makes you think about anything. So it's just, this is a very bittersweet moment for me. Very bittersweet 10K. I thought that I was going to be happy and all that when I got home. I thought I was going to go through an amazing, like, lengthy recording session, get everything done and dusted, like, have videos going up for the next couple of days already planned out so that I could take the time to invest in more projects, do more streams, because I have, like, my schedule is completely cleared up for the next 3 days. But I don't know. Things are just feeling weird for me right now because of this, and yeah. I just don't know what I'm gonna do anymore. I do really want to start making more videos that are more in line with what I used to do when I started, which were the guide videos, because I've still to this day have seen no YouTube channel that actually does something like that, which is something that I did, and that's what got me a huge amount of my sub base back in the day, was like the little guide videos I did. Even though they weren't complete, they were meant to be a basic building block, but it was something, it was like these little 5-10 video long segments just talking of different theories on different, like, decades and archetypes, and, like, I could easily see myself picking that up and doing that again, specifically with some of the newer releases, just to have, like, little, maybe like a 5-video series that's just like, this is a guide to, this is an introductory guide to Raid Raptors. This is everything you need to know to jump into the deck, and then everything else can evolve from there. Like, I could easily see that being the thing that I do, start doing again. But otherwise, I don't know. The game videos are still just going to be something that I do at least one a day of, because one, it's easy, two, it's a highly variable content, and people just like it. People just really like it. It's easy. It's easily the least time-consuming bit of recording that I can do, and it's obviously every single one's different. Every single one is different, so it just makes it more varied. Like, I could film 1,000 games even if I'm playing against the same deck and with the same deck over and over again. Like, it'll still be a varied video. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm feeling really lethargic right now, and I just kind of need to go and sit around and process this. I'm definitely planning on going to his viewing at his funeral, because he was a very important person in my life, as I hope I was to him as well. He would always check up on me, even when there were periods of time when I didn't contact him. He would always, like, check up on me, see how I was doing. Every time he would see me again, he would always want me to like, tell him everything that I'd been up to, as if it was coming full circle, and he had been the one telling me the stories. Now he wants to hear about, you know, my stories going through life. It's just, I'm definitely going to miss this man, and I really just didn't want to put a damper on this video, because it should be great, but this is a very weird 10,000 subscribers indeed. But anyway, that is all for this video. Videos will be regularly scheduled coming out, you know, for the next couple of days. At least they should be, unless something extraneous happens, like my computer kills itself or something. But damn it, I didn't really want this to happen, but can't really argue with the laws of nature, can you? But that's all for this video, and as always, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for your support. Thank you for everything you've done for me throughout all these years. And even if you're a new supporter, thank you for just being here. Thank you for being a part of what I'm trying to create. But other than that, take care, guys.